It's recording now.
No, I know it's recording now, but
yeah, because I pressed the record button, so don't press the record button again. Guys, this is the second time I've had to make this video because my dad forgot to press the record button. So, welcome back to another episode of Real Huntsmen. Today's gonna be an instructional video, and basically I was talking to him about his lures and noticed he had rust on his hooks for some of his lures. So I was like, Dad, you need to replace those. And he's like, yeah, I know, but I just don't have split ring pliers, which is what these are. I was like, well, I've got some, so I'm gonna make a video about it and show some of y'all how to do it, why it's important to do that, and yeah, that's about it to this video, and try and actually capture it this time. So basically, one of his hooks, and as y'all can see, I've already done this once. Zoom in. I've already done it once. I replaced it with a new hook, but his hooks are pretty rusted and they're bent out, which is not very good because when a hook is rusted, it's easier to break. As you can see, why it's probably bent more. And then you definitely don't want a hook that's bent because you can lose your hook set. And when that you're talking about a 5+ pounder, that's a big deal. So basically, we have this old cigar that he has, and I've already taken one of the hooks off that were really bent. But how you do it is you get this ring right here, and you make sure that the hook is on the opposite side of where it stops, just like that. And then you get the pliers right here, you split it, and that allows it to slip through there really nice and easily. And then hopefully, if this one will slide off easy, the other one didn't slide off as easily, you just kind of push it around that ring until it comes off like that. Pretty easy. And so there you have it. And then you go and get another treble hook. These treble hooks I have here, I specifically like to use them. I don't remember what they were. I got them at Academy, but I specifically like to use these for my crankbaits. But it'll work for this spook because it's the only ones I've got with me right now. And so once again, you kind of just do the same thing. Let me put that treble hook down. The same thing, but in reverse when taking it off. You find the end of the ring, just like that. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's the crappie. Find the end of the ring, and you pop it back on there. And you just work it, and you just work it until it's fully, dang it, see, these are super sharp, these hooks are. You do it until it's all the way back on there. So now you have this old cigar that clearly has seen its days, that's brand new. You got new hooks on there, just as, super sharp, which is awesome. And so that is a big deal, and is definitely mandatory for any time a hook starts to look rusted or is rusted. And so the importance of why you need to do this is, like I said, because you lose your hook sets, not the best thing for the fish. And basically how you can prevent from hooks from rusting, so how you can prolong the life is by getting a waterproof tackle box. I here have a Bass Mafia. I've had this for about 2 years now, and I've organized it all, and I really like Bass Mafia. And I'd say for everything, if you can only afford to waterproof one thing, I would say it's your terminal tackle, because that's where most of your things come from. And I really like this box. I don't remember which one it was called, but it's super customizable. And as you can see, I got all my labels here for whatever it may be. And then I got some pad like at Walmart. And I put that and I cut it to dimensions, and it lays on top of it. So basically it makes it to where, some of these smaller hooks won't cross over like that, unless if I'm messing with it. And so it's super, super nice. It's got that O-ring seal to make sure water can't get in and water can't get out. And so it's important to get something like that so water doesn't get into the tackle box. Because one thing I noticed when I opened up his thing is this tackle box, for instance, is wet. and you know, it's really right now it's just wet on the outside, but this, and with the same thing in here, other tackle boxes, it'll get water in the inside and the condensation will build up. And so even if you keep these hooks dry, what will happen is these hooks will start to rust, and then you've got to replace them all, which is no fun at all, because that's just a big hassle you have to deal with. Hold on, we'll wait for this boat to pass. Okay guys, so that's why it's important to make sure that you have waterproof boxes, because especially with the O-rings, because that allows it to where water won't get in, which will ruin the hooks, because even if you you know, try and take good care of them, sometimes things happen. And so, you know, as well, when you go and use a lure, it's important to make sure before you put it back in your tackle boxes to leave it out, let it dry, so that way when you put it in your tackle box, water doesn't get inside of it and condensation build up and spread to your other lures, and then once again ruin all those boxes. So that's why it's pretty important to, you know, take care of your lures, take care of your hooks, make sure, you know, nothing gets wet on the inside. And once again, you know, I have this Bass Mafia, but you can use anything. I know Plano makes waterproof ones. I think Flambeau makes waterproof ones. And basically, what you use, you just go to like Academy or something. You can go anywhere really and just find new treble hooks if you see they're rusted. Buy new ones, and then you can go for Academy or Walmart or pretty much anywhere and get split ring pliers. I think I got these off of Amazon. And it just makes it a whole lot easier, because for a while I used to try and just use my hands, and that was miserable. That was a nightmare. So that's about it to this video, guys. I just noticed that my dad had a couple of rusted hooks that need to be changed, and I thought, you know, I could make a good instructional video for y'all, showing y'all how to change that, where to get some of these hooks and pliers, and then as well as ways to prevent your hooks from rusting for future use, and you know, just things you can do to help prevent that. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. We'll do maybe a couple more like this instructional type video for on the water fishing. Real Huntsman signing out. Why are you zooming in my face? Maybe get one of Bass Mafia, like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Maybe let me see.
Oh man.